Okay. Okay, so I believe everybody can see my screen. So yesterday we talked about user research. What are the methods for user research? And we have quantitative and then qualitative. And we've been using events ticket mobile application as example for, like, now, just like one of the example I gave yesterday. I am someone who loves to attend events, and I want to attend events. There is no way for me to purchase or buy the online tickets. So it's either I buy from the venue or I go to any cyber cafe close to me, and I cannot trace any cyber cafe, or I have to go down to the venue. And once I get the ticket, it's been sold out, and there's no way for me to attend the event. So that's one of the problem that we've been trying to, like, that's an example of a problem we've been trying to create solution for during the class. So, and yesterday we talked about carrying out a user research method where you get to understand your users, get to know their motivation, observe their feelings, know their motivations, know their pain points, their needs, and all. And we talked about the types of research, which we have the qualitative and the quantitative. Qualitative, where we need to observe their feelings, their emotions, their motivations, and while quantitative is where we have to count those feelings that we've observed. So today we are going to talk about practical way of generating or creating those questions that we are going to ask our users. And yesterday we talked about, so someone was asking if you can actually carry out only quantitative research and then leave qualitative. And I said, instead of skipping out the two, in quantitative we have three types under, and in qualitative we have three types. So instead of skipping all of them, you can just do one-on-one interview for qualitative, and then do web mathematical analysis for the quantitative. So that was what we talked about. So today we are going to talk about how to generate these questions and how to approach your users. So I believe everybody can see my screen. You've been wondering, why is my Figma actually looking this way? So I'm not using a different Figma, so different Figma account. So what I'm actually using is these new features that came out recently, which is this which is this new slide deck. So I just want to try it out in class. Already, what we normally use before is Google Slide to create questions, but since Figma has given us this feature, and it is under beta testing, so I decided to say, okay, let's try it out, because Figma is actually giving us everything that we need to use outside Figma. We can also use FigJam, or we can use Google Slides. So, but for now, let's try this new feature. So all I did was just to click on here, and it takes me to this place. So if I click out, I can change the name here. So let's change it to interview questioning. Sorry. So let's change it to interview questionnaire. So this is how it actually looks like. So this is how it looked like. So this is how it actually look like. So once I click here, it takes me to this place. So you can choose the slide you want. So if you can choose how you want your slide to be, just a template, just like what we talked about on FigJam, a template where you can just get pattern of what you want to use. So that is how it look like. So I decided to try it out to see. Now you can see how it. So this is the one I'm using, which is this, and this is other ones that they have. But I just want to use this plain one to generate my own, how it looks like. So I'm using this plain, the basic, the light shade or light slide of it. But we can also use FigJam to do that. But let's just use so I'm trying to go to my file. So we can use Figma to do, but for today we are going to use slides. So while we're waiting for it to load. So now we talked about how do we generate these questions. So how do we generate these questions for users? How do we know this question? How do we approach them? So, and what are the tools that we are supposed to create these questions? Now, remember I said it's just one question. You can either create 10 questions if you want to create 10 questions, but your question should be related to based on the project or the platform or the services you are trying to render for your users. Just like my own issues, I find it difficult to purchase tickets for a particular event that I want to attend. Now, what do I want as a user? What I want as a user is I need a platform that has all the tickets that I can buy this particular ticket for this event and then attend this event with no stress. That is what I want as a user. And now you find out you've gotten my pain points, you've gotten my goals. Now, what do I want? What are the first thing you're going to do now in carrying out this research? First thing first is you need to generate questions for your users. Now, what we are going to do is now you're going to use a Google slide or Figma to create the slide. So for today, we are going to use Figma slide to create it. So I'm going to create something like this. So here is going to be an event ticket, maybe mobile app. You can choose to do web application or mobile application. So, but for me, I just want to create a mobile application. So this is what you're going to do. So this is actually my second time of trying this feature, and I found out it's awesome. That was why I brought it into class instead of using our normal Google Slides. So let's try what Figma has for us. So this is how it's actually going to look like. So I think I will have to share this file to you guys, but you have to only view this file. So I'm going to share the file to the class. So you can actually come on, let's work together. But you have access to only view, so I won't edit what I'm actually working on. So this is how it's actually going to look like. First thing first, you're going to change your title like this, and you're just going to select whatever template you want to select. It's your choice. So you can actually move if you want to do it the way Google Slide normally do their own. You can, and you can actually change it this way to just look like the normal Figma Canva that we've been using. But for me, I'm going to use it this way so that I can be seeing what is happening here. So this is how it's going to look like. So you can change the color to whatever you want. So there are remember, it is not compulsory that you must use Google Slide or maybe Figma slide. You can actually use your normal Figma Canva. You can actually use your normal Figma Canva like this. All you have to do is just to bring your maybe any of the frame and then customize it the way you want to customize it. Just like how some persons actually like they did colorful things on their assignment. Some of them you see them they just put different color, put some wavy something and they make it beautiful and then add their question. Some persons actually use phone mockup, which is actually fine. So you can just use whatever tool you want to use. But just know that it's just look in form of a slide where you just have to just put your questions. So that's why I'm using this particular one. Where is it again? This particular one. So this is how it's just going to look like this. And then we can change this just the same way your Figma is. So but this one just has different look. So this is how it's actually going to look like. And then you can come here and then change this to wherever title you want to choose. So I'm going to use this. And I'm going to take it out. I don't want it to be bold. This is how it's going to be. So the next thing I'm going to do, which is here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say, like now here, I'm going to say, let's say, so I wrote down something, but I'm going to copy them and just bring into Figma. So for here, you can just say, maybe like, you approach it. So I'm going to take this out and I'm going to make this to be like this. And I'm going to reduce this way. And I'll bring this here. You can choose to make it center. Yeah. So let's just make it this way, and I'm going to increase it a little bit and then bring it this way. And then move it from both. Okay, so here you can just say, now you prepare your slide like this. So here you can just maybe reach out to a person and just say, oh, maybe you talk to a person, maybe it's a one-on-one interview, and then you talk to the person and say, oh, I would love to, I'm working on a project. Okay, you just introduce yourself. My name is Helen Chiwike. I am a UI UX designer. Maybe someone who actually don't understand UI UX design, and then you just tell the person, I'm into website designing and then mobile application design. Just look for a layman's language to explain to the person, but just have it in mind that you're not going to go and look for somebody that's actually door. If you know, if you understand what I'm trying to say here, you can just introduce the person. Tell the person, okay, introduce yourself first, then tell the person that you're working on a particular project, an event ticket management system, or event management, or event ticket, whatever project you're working on. But me, I'm working on event management application. I say where you can buy and sell your tickets online, and I'm kind of the research, and I would like to ask you some few questions if you will give me the time. And the person will say, oh yes, I'm interested. So now when you are presenting your questions, like you just want to present your question as you're asking them the question, you are showing them for people that is going to do one-on-one interview online. So you can just make it colorful and just add some one or two information, and make sure don't make them feel scared that you're asking them stuff related, maybe maybe their age. They'll have to tell you their age by force, by fire. You just need to just introduce to them. Just need to make them to feel free answering your question. And when you're trying to explain your project to them, you just need to be very, very clear, open, and free-minded with them. So just make them feel free to start giving you answers. And then while you're giving you answers, just make sure you are observing the way they are answering your questions. For people that want to turn off their camera, you can just observe. As a designer, you need to observe from their tone of voice. Now, from the way I'm teaching you, and you will know that sometimes, okay, let's say last week when you guys were doing those riots on writing your name on attendance, from my tone of voice, you will tell how angry I was with you guys, the way you guys are not trying to comport yourself as adults, the way everybody was just erasing some person's name. You don't know how to use it, and you just erase somebody's name and write your name. I was angry, and from my tone, you will know that I was angry. And yesterday's class, you could tell how happy I was teaching you guys practical. And when some person was saying, oh, I love the way she teach, and oh, I was so happy. And same thing today again. You are not seeing my face, but you can tell how happy and relaxed I am from my tone of voice. So that's how you're going to observe your users. Okay. So now this is a little. You can now for people that is going to turn on their camera, trying to observe your user one-on-one, and you would love to share your screen. You just need to make your slide colorful and beautiful. Okay, you don't have to put too much colors. Now, if you just want to make it plain white and black, I think that's better, which is the best, so that your users can actually read what you wrote, and you yourself, you can read what you actually did. Okay, so this is how you can just make it. Thank you for agreeing to be part in this research for the design of an events management system. Your insights are valuable for our project, and they'll be requiring your requirements for your basic bio data. Be rest assured that this information will be treated as confidential. However, very useful for our project. So you have to tell them that yes, you're going to answer some questions for us, but we are going to make sure those informations are confidential. We're not going to share it out to the public. But those information you're going to give us is going to be very, very useful for our research, because we want to bring out or want to work on a product that is actually going to help you and me. So that's how you need to make them feel. You need to feel relaxed while you're trying to share some information about you. Some persons might, by the time you make them feel relaxed like this, some persons might actually open up and tell you some particular app that they are having issues, that they don't want to spoil this particular brand's name, they might just open up to you. Okay. Now, please feel free to ask any question before you begin. You have to tell them, okay, any question you want to ask before I will start answering these questions. And if they say yes, then you ask them. They will ask you the question, then you answer, and then you continue. And then you continue, and then you tell them your feedback will help us create. Then you tell them, okay, once you guys are done answering the question, and then you tell them every if you have any question they should ask you. If it's something that they say, okay, they're going to ask you after the interview, no problem, but before the interview they want to ask, you should feel free to ask the interview. And you tell them that every feedback that they give to you will be very, very useful for the project that they want to build for you and every other persons. So once you are done, then just make them feel that way, and then you start asking the question. So I'm just going to be pasting the questions because I already have where I wrote it down. So I'm just going to be pasting whatever I wrote to Figma. Now, before you ask them the question, now you need to also before you ask them this question, you also need to make the project very, very clear for them. So I'm trying to set the text to be visible enough so that you and I can actually read. So while we are together, we'll be creating the slide together. Now, before you start asking them these questions, then before you start asking the question, you need to make the project. You've already introduced yourself. You tell them you're working on this particular project. You can actually just go straight to the project overview, or you can explain the project overview very, very clear for them before you can now proceed to the question by telling them, okay, you have some questions, maybe from 5 questions that you will need to ask. And then the next thing you do, you now proceed to asking them questions. So the first question you're going to ask, so I'm just going to be, first question you just need to ask them is, let's bring this, okay, I'm going to click another one. I think it's better. So I'm going to bring this here and then paste it here. And then tell them that the first set of questions they're going to answer is their personal information. You need to get their personal information so you can create what is called user personas. You can say, okay, this particular person's pain point is this, and this particular person's goals is this. So the first thing first you're going to just get is their personal data. So I'm going to get this. Let me just copy this, paste it here, and then move this here, and then so you can just say, what is your name? What is your name? And the person will proceed to tell you. And then you say gender. You already know the person's gender. So the gender, you don't need to ask the person because looking at the person, you can tell. Looking at the person, you can tell. So the next question you're going to ask is how old. So in this particular place, you're not going to tell the person to give you the exact number. You can just say, okay, 18. You can just say 18 to 25. Yeah, you can say 26 to 35. Just put range, or you can just say age range, or you can just use either you use how old are you. If the person is comfortable telling you the age, you can just use age range, and then you say 36 to 45, and then here you can say 45 plus. And here you can say 45 plus, depending how comfortable the person is telling you the age. You don't have any issues. But if the person is not comfortable, you can give the person age range to just tell you, just give the person age. Are you between 18 to 25, or are you 26 to 55? Are you 36 to 45? Are you 45 plus? Then the person is free to tell you. I think these questions are going to mostly be for 18 to 35. Except 35 to 45 persons want to attend event, then you don't have issues. Then you proceed on asking the person if the person is actually single or married. Are you single or are you married? Now, all this information are needed based for creating user personas. Okay, and then you proceed asking the person, are you single or married? So if the person's option is not here, you can go ahead. And if the person tell you my option is not here, you can ask the person, okay, what person can tell you separated, person can tell you divorced or anything. So you can just take notes and then add them. Okay, so I'm going to put this in a bracket. So I'm just going to add this in a bracket. So the person can say, okay, I'm married. Oh no, I'm single. Oh, I'm divorced. I'm separated. Whatever word you want to use is fine. But the best is just ask the person if the person is actually single or married. So all this information, remember, all this information you're asking this person is just based on creating the person's profile when you are creating a user persona. So that's what we move. Not even proceed to asking the questions for the project. Now, the next question you're going to move on is you're going to ask the person if this person is actually a student. So you're going to say, are you a student? Are you a student? Please, if you're not muted, just help us unmute, please. And then you proceed asking the person if I'm missing something. Are you a student? And the person say yes. You ask where do you school? No wahala. Then if the person say yeah, yes, you can just ask name of school. So I'm just going to put this in bracket and just say name of school. And close bracket. Then if the person say I'm not a student, then you tell the person, are you employed or self-employed? Employed or self-employed. So employed or self-employed. So the next you're going to do, you just tell the person to tell you, if the person says employed, you can get the place of the name of the place of work if possible. But if you don't want, you can go ahead and just leave it that way. So now the next question you're going to ask is just going to be, can you tell me a bit? I'm going to put this here. Just tell me a little bit about yourself, maybe, or what you do, your hobby, or just short bio, anything at all, or your short bio. And then once the person is done, then you can now say, okay, thank you very much. And then you proceed to the next thing. I'll have to duplicate this because it's almost the same to my one here. So then you now proceed to the project question. So I'm going to use this as the project question. Project question. And then you move to the project question where you get to ask the person, do you buy, okay, let's use the word, do you attend events? Do you attend events? So you're not going to tell the person if it's physical event or online events. Just ask the person, do you attend event? And the person say yes. Then you proceed on asking online or physical. And then you proceed of asking, how did the person buy ticket? How do you purchase tickets? And once the person is done, then you proceed on. Just make sure your questions are, if they give you the answer, you already know the answer. Yes, some person might say, no, they don't attend events. And then you proceed. Some of them will tell you, no, they don't attend events. And then you proceed on asking, okay, why don't you attend events? Don't you love attending events? And then you can just bring up events that you know you've attended that is awesome, something that they can actually want to join, even if it's not tech related events, even if it's a teenager event, if they're actually 18 years, even if it's an event that is not tech related, you can just talk to them about it and then try to convince them that they should join one, that you're actually building a project that is going to just bring up a conversation that is actually going to convince them to join, to start attending events. Sorry. Then if there are people that actually attend events, then you can proceed on asking them, oh, is it online or physical? And this person A will tell you it's online, and person B will just tell you physical. For people that want to do group interview, and this person will tell you online, and then you proceed on asking both of them, oh, okay, wow, that is awesome. So how do you purchase this event ticket? And then the online person will tell you, there's a platform where you can buy your event ticket. And this person will tell you physical, oh, there's actually an online, a platform online where you can buy tickets. And then the person will tell you, oh, there's also this particular cyber card that normally say this particular event ticket. And this person will tell you, okay, this person will say a school or this actually sells this ticket. So many of them will tell you different ways of purchasing their ticket. All you have to do is just note it down. Person A will tell you he buys online. There's a platform. Person B will tell you this particular cyber card do. Person B will tell you this particular person normally walk around school by so time to sell this particular event ticket. So you just take note of whatever answer they are giving to you. Then the next question you proceed on is asking is so I'm trying to match my question with what I already have. So the next question you ask is, have you ever feel so now you can just proceed and say, so I'm trying to say, I'm trying to use the word, have you ever faced or feel frustrated while trying to buy tickets? And if this person says yes, you can say, okay, proceed to explaining. So if you ask the question, have you ever, now they'll tell you this person is buying from here, this person is buying from here, and then you proceed on asking them, have you ever feel, I'm trying to forgot something. I missed out something. So then you proceed on asking them, or how do they feel when they're trying to buy tickets online or at the store, just like something that will pop up an explanation telling you how they travel from another state to attend events. When they got to the venue, tickets is being sold out, and there is no way for them to attend this event. And this person will tell you, oh, I normally go to this cyber cafe and I will not buy tickets. So now you get the ticket is being sold out. And another person will tell you this particular person that normally that comes around this particular place at so time did not come for like 2 weeks. Means that there is no way for me to buy tickets. So you just ask them questions that maybe that can pop up explanation how they feel or how they feel frustrated, so that they can explain themselves to you, and then you try to observe their pain points, like their frustrations, their problems. So you I don't want to use the word pain point for now because you might not actually understand it. So that is what you just going to do. But let me explain what pain point is. Pain point is like my problem, my frustration I face as a user. Now, what are the problems I face as a user? The first problem I face as a user is difficult to buy tickets. That is one of my pain points. So designers, a UX designer calls it pain points. You can call it frustration. You can call it pain points. Okay. Now, those problem or those my needs that I want as a user. Now, I'm using myself as a user, not as a designer. Now, my needs, you can call it users' needs or goals, where you will say, I need a particular platform that sells tickets online. Okay, maybe there's this particular program that I will love to attend every year. Let's say, for example, DevFest. Now, DevFest is an developers festival event that occurs every end of the year, where they have their festival events. Now, I want to be able to buy these tickets online. You get, now DevFest should find a way to build a platform where tickets is being sold online. Please, they have one. I'm just making an example. So DevFest should be able to create a platform where I can buy tickets online, so I can be attending their events every end of the year. Okay, so now, and I could not, and now my problem is DevFest don't have a platform where they normally sell tickets, and there is no way I can buy these tickets. Now, that one is called my pain point. Now, my needs or my goals is I want DevFest to create a platform where I can buy these tickets online. That is my need. So that is what it actually means. So all this information we are getting is just for me to know our users by understanding their pain points and their goals, so we can create a better product for them. Now, the next question we are going to proceed on asking is now the next question we are going to proceed on asking is, now, how can the app ensure, now this app, now if this person tell you, now let's say person B tells you she or he normally buy tickets online. Okay, then you ask the person, how can, I think I'll just have to get the question. I already wrote some there. Now, the next thing you're going to do is, now this person will tell you, oh, I normally use this social app to buy tickets online. And you proceed on asking this person the questions based on the app. And then you ask the person, this app you're actually using, how ensure do they secure your payments booking? Is it actually secure? Do you find frustration when using the app? And let's say for the person tell you, no, I don't feel frustrated, but whenever I want to make payments for tickets, maybe it's a foreign event, and then I'll have to convert my naira into dollar, or have to buy, or have to pay, or I'll have to, let's say for example, this event you want to attend is a foreign event that you have to make payments in dollar, and then this person will tell you you have to convert your naira into dollar, and then you make payments with dollar card. And if I don't have dollar card, there is no way for me to pay. Now, somebody might just give you, for example, like this, and then another person will tell you, I don't, like a user now, another user will tell you, I don't have a bank card. Now, how do I make payments? So I have to transfer this money to somebody's account and use this person's card to make payments. Now, this is where you have to sit down and think one problem. Now, number one problem is you are creating an online platform that sells tickets. Now, you have to, when it comes to the payment part, you have to allow users to actually make transfer for people that don't have bank card, and you can actually allow users to link their bank card for people that already have users. So you're going to take note of this. Okay, so there are some persons that actually don't have bank card, and there are some persons that have bank card. So when you are creating an idea for this person you now have to write down and say, okay, now in the payment section, I have to design a screen where user can transfer money into the account number generated on the app. And I also need to create a screen where they can just link their bank card by adding the card name, card holder name, the card number. Generated another problem, or you've created a problem, you've created a solution for this particular problem. Now, when it comes to the payment part, now another part is, now for instance, you can actually allow user to make payments using their dollar card. For example, if it's actually a foreign event, let's say, yeah, it's an online ticket platform. All the events that you can actually sell their tickets on this particular platform. Now I'm just going to call this. So I'm just going to use Helen Event tickets online mobile application. Now in this Helen's Events app, I sell all the events. Now there are events from, this is July. There are events from August to December, and these people are actually selling their ticket. There's Bole Festival, there is a She Code, there is WTM, there is a DevFest, there is Tech for Good, there is Hatech 3. Now these 5 events that I call, people in Port Harcourt will actually know. These 5 events I call now, these are the events that there is also game festival, something like that. Now these 6 events that I've actually called. Now these events are going to happen from August to December. You get, and now you need these people to start selling their tickets online now, so that they can have good numbers of people that is going to attend their events, so that nobody will say, oh, I don't have any, I did not see where to buy this particular ticket when I want to attend this event. So you know that, okay, from now to November, you know that the ticket is up and available for sale. You can put early bird, or you can put, whatever price you want to put. And now in this my app, I've gone to meet all these events organizers. I'm going to say, oh, I have a particular platform where you can actually give me your ticket. I'll put it out for sale for you, and so that people in different states can actually attend this event. And then you say, oh, that nice one. And then they're going to send you maybe 50 tickets for each event. So 50 times 6 is actually 300 events. And then you put it out in your mobile app, and then you start selling. All you guys need to do is just to download the app, and then look for the event that you want to attend, check for the venue, check for the date, check for the price of the ticket, and then you purchase to buying the ticket. So once you click on buy, the next thing you're going to do is just to make payments for that event you want to attend. And then once you make payments, by either you are transferring money into the bank details that appear on your screen, or you just link your bank card. Okay, and once you are done, the ticket will be sent into your email. Now that's another, I'm just giving you instance for the solution I'm trying to create here. So now you've created one solution, then you proceed on asking for the next questions. Then you can ask I'm trying to create another question. So you can ask okay, so before we continue, you can proceed on asking what are your expectations. So this expectation can come before asking for payment process. But it doesn't matter how you arrange your questions, as long as your questions are valid, you are good to go. It doesn't matter how you arrange your questions. Like I said, 5 questions is okay, 6 questions is okay, 10 questions is okay, 15, 20 is okay. But asking a very long questions, your user might actually get tired. And when it comes to one-on-one interview, the qualitative, where you need to observe all these things, you don't need to ask them very long questions. You just need to ask them very short questions, because this is what people are actually explaining with their mouth. So you don't need to allow them to you don't need to make the question too long, and they're going to explain. So all you just need, just pick the valid points. Maybe you tell them how is their payment option process, how is it, what are your expectations when it comes to searching of event tickets and venue. Is this something that is okay for you? So just like these questions that I just pasted here, what are your expectations for events details? So just some of them will tell you when I search for this. Now some of them will tell you okay, let me add this one. Now some of them, okay, let's move. Now some of them will tell you, when you ask them how do you feel when you are searching for an event online? And some of them will tell you, there's this particular She Code Africa event that I want to attend, and I cannot find their ticket. I cannot, only just for me to see maybe 3 days to the event. I'll start seeing their link out there, and then they are selling the ticket. And then the person will tell you, and by the time you check, it is already sold out, so you cannot attend the event. And then you not tell them, okay, don't worry, I'm going to actually reach out to all these event organizers, and then I'll make sure that the ticket is being sold online. So you just tell them. Some of them will tell you, oh, I feel excited. Oh, some of them will tell you, oh, it's very, very easy for me to just search for this particular event. Many of them will start giving you answers. I might not be all the users at the time, so I'm just saying based on my own experience, based on one or two issues I've encountered with all these events or questionnaire something. So did they feel excited about this event ticket they are trying to search for? Then you now tell them proceed on. Okay, when you finally see the event you're looking for, is actually, so what are your expectations? Like the expectation for this event detail, is it something that actually you want to like? Now, just like I've been saying, she code, and you people will say, what is she code? It's actually a female training. And then Maureen and Winnie and Marvelous, when I say, okay, I would love to attend this event that Tutor Helen have been saying during class. And when they find out about this event and they see that the ticket is being sold for like 5,000 naira a day, and is being scheduled during the weekday, and the venue is in Lagos, and the details is like what they are going, like if details, the event detail is not all about women in tech, is all about both women in tech and both business person, but they cannot attend because the ticket is on the high prices, and the schedule for the event is on a weekday, and they are workers. They cannot take permission from their office to fly down to Lagos to attend this event. So now this is where you as a middleman, you need to talk to these organizers and say, okay, instead of fixing your event on a weekday, you can actually fix your event on a weekend, and then you can actually sell these tickets maybe from so time to so time as early bird fee price. And then after this time, let's say in 2 weeks, let's say 2 months before the event, you can sell your ticket for 3,000 naira. And once it's 1 month to the event, you can now sell your ticket back to 5,000 naira, which will now attract more users to actually purchase that event ticket. Okay, so here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions. So these 6 questions are okay. But if you choose to add any more questions, for now, I don't think I have any questions, but this is how to generate questions for your users. So maybe let's see if we can add extra one. So you can just ask one that they should just, maybe you can just ask the users, let's just say this can come up at the top, and just where you just say, can you describe, before you can proceed to this question. So I just saw this and I'm going to add it here. So before you can just say, okay, how do you feel frustrated when buying tickets? So before you can move to this question, you can just ask your user, they should describe any event they have attended online or physical, that they should just describe the events for you. So I'm trying to arrange my questions very well. This question I just pasted here, let me highlight it. So this question I just pasted here, describe an event you attended last or organized through an event app and what motivated you. Now, for those people that will tell you there's a particular app for them to attend, for them to buy ticket and attend the event, you can proceed and ask them whether online or physical, as long as they answer you yes. So you can proceed to ask them, okay, they should describe the last event that they attended, maybe on this particular app that they bought the form, and what actually motivated them to attend this event, what actually motivated them to buy these tickets online from this particular, and they will proceed on telling you this. Now, this question will only go for people that answered yes, they have actually purchased tickets either on a physical store or online. So it doesn't matter, like I said, it doesn't matter how you arrange your questions, but it does matter sometimes, depending on the particular project you're working for. Now, in this event project I'm working for, it matters how my questions is being arranged, okay? But on project, it doesn't matter. But for this event, it matters because your questions needs to be aligned. Do you attend events? Yes. On the person will tell you, do you attend event? And the answer is yes. And this person will tell you no. Then for people that said yes, you go on and ask them, is it online or physical? And they'll tell you online. This person will tell you physical. And then you proceed on asking them, how do you buy your ticket? And this person will tell you, I buy from this store. This person will tell you, I buy from this online. And then you proceed on telling them, oh, the last event that you attended. So can you actually describe how you attended this event? I'm going to remove this organized. And how you attended this event through this particular platform that you buy your ticket? What actually motivated you? So then they proceed on telling you and all and all and all. And then you now ask them, do you feel frustrated when you're trying to buy this ticket online, or you're trying to buy this ticket from a physical store? And then they will tell you, they'll go on explaining the questions for you. So once you are done with all the questions, generating the question, all you have to do is just to tell them, thank you. So I'm going to add another slide. So all you have to do is just to tell them, thank you. It's my questions are divided. Okay. All you have to do is just to tell them thank you for their time, and you will love to get back to them for them to actually test these products that you are actually working on. So yeah, I'm just going to say thank you. So you can proceed on designing it the way you want, but for now, I'm just going to make it this way. So you can just proceed on telling them thank you, that you meet them some other time for them to actually carry out a physical test for this particular product that you're working on. And then you have to go back to your drawing book, which is the Figma, and then generate a dummy or a template for user personas. Now, this is how Figma look like. We already had our walkthrough on Figma. So let me go back to the file we actually use for our Figma. Okay. So this was the file we used the last time when we tried to have a walkthrough of Figma. So I'm sending it back again to the group. So this was the file where I was trying to show you guys how to navigate your way through Figma. So now let's create a user. So this is similar to what we wanted, but I have to take you guys back again so we can create or have a user persona. So all I have to do is just to come on this template. Now you can come on this search bar and search for user persona, which is this. Now this is a user persona, which is similar to what we already have here. So what we are going to do here is we are going to create a user persona. So I'm just going to change this. So I'm going to delete this personality. I don't need it. And I'm going to bring this my niece here. And I'm going to bring this here. Now, what is user personas? User personas are information about your users. So who are your users? The users you just finished interview having a one-on-one discussion or carrying out research are your users. So you can just go ahead and create a little information about them. So what and what are needed in your user personas? What you need on your user personas is their little information, basic information like their name, their age, their location, their occupation, their marital status, and a little bio about their self. And then you proceed. If you need their social media account, you can go ahead. But for user persona, I don't advise people to take their social media account. Some of them might not be. Some of them might tell you they're only on Facebook or WhatsApp or even Telegram. Some of them will tell you only WhatsApp. So that's why I don't say you don't need their social media handle. All you just need is their basic information, and then those questions you've asked them, as they're answering the question, you're taking down of their frustrations and their needs. Now, this is your user persona. So I'm going to create these personas with my information. So you actually need their image, because some of them will tell you they're not sending you image. You don't need to bother yourself. All you have to do is just to use a random image for your user personas. So this is how a user personas actually look like. So what is happening? So this is how a user personas look like. So if you want to get a dummy template to create your own user persona, so a template is just like a basic information in a dummy format for what you want to use it for. So this is how it looks like. So all you have to do is just come to this template here, click on it, look for what you are looking for, and then you can go ahead to add it. But if you choose to create new one from the beginning, then you can use any of these to create the one you want. Okay. Now, so I'm going to play around with this template and add my basic information. So I'm going to take and this out. So I don't need this. And I'm going to, so I remove what was here, and I brought in this needs and expectation and interest. So I'm going to change this needs and expectation to pain points, to write down my own pain points. And then yeah, I'm going to write it my goals, maybe needs. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come here, and then you can choose to add your information if you want to. Your if picture if you want to, but if you don't want to, you can go ahead and leave it this way. So if the person have a nickname, you can go ahead and put the person's nickname. But if the person doesn't have, you can go ahead and take it out. So do I have any other information to add? I don't think so. So I can just take it out and just leave it this way. And then I'm going to proceed here and then write Now I have to stop here. If I'll write my life this place. So this is just a short bio about me. So Ellen is a cool and very friendly woman who loves to design web and mobile application, and she enjoy spending quality time with her family and friends. She does love cooking all the time. So I think I'll have to just stop here. So this is like a little information about me. So my name, so you can choose to add your full name, the full name of a user if you want to, but just write the name of the person. Like let's say Maureen is actually carrying a one-on-one interview with me. So the name I gave to her is just Helen Chimiki, and that's what she's just going to write. So if I don't have a nickname, she can go ahead and put it. If I don't have, she can just take that placeholder out, and then she can just put the age range. If the person doesn't want to tell you his or her age, and the person just give the person age bracket, you can go ahead and put the age there, put the occupation of the person, where the person live, and the marital status of that person, and then you go ahead and put maybe bio of that person. So you can go ahead and fill up this place. You can write short bio, or whatever the person tells you, that's what you're just going to write here. Okay, and then you proceed on writing the pain points for this particular user. So one of my pain points is difficulty so another one is um, let's say I'm trying to use a better language, like um, when it comes to the payment process. I don't have an account, I don't have a card, and I want to make payment. There is no option for bank transfer. Should I use no option for bank transfer? Then it can be 3 pain points. It can be 2 for this particular user. So sometimes some users will tell you 2 issues that they have, or 4 issues, or 1 issue. So depending how many pain points. So for now, I'm just going to use 2. And one of my needs here is so it's just going to be is difficult in buying tickets online. So difficult in buying an event tickets. So I can say create a platform, or it should be like a platform. Let's say let's use the word project. Okay, let's use the word an app application that sells tickets. And then here is going to be options, payment option that allows bank transfer. Okay, so now I can proceed on. So now personas. Now, if for example I interview 5 persons, it is not compulsory that you create personas for everybody. It is not compulsory, but it is compulsory that you get everybody's pain points and goals. But for personas, 2 is okay, 3 is okay. So I already have 1 extra pain point in my head. So I'm just going to duplicate this. Now let's assume this is my own. So I'm going to duplicate this for, let's use Maureen Austin. So I'm going to use Maureen Austin. So I'm going to use, so let me just give her a nickname. So let's change this age to, and let's say she's let's use the word makeup artist. Okay, let's say she pays in Lagos, and let's use the word married for her. And please, if I'm wrong in the spelling, somebody can correct me, please. Or are they with me? Are they still with me? Okay. So you guys have access to it. So if the spelling is not correct, just help me out. The first S or the second S?
There should be S after the O.
Yes, yes. So which one
And
the S?
yeah,
I should remove this one.
remove that S. Yes.
Thank you. Is it pet animals or just pets? I don't have to spell the last again.
Just pets.
All right. So this is a short bio about her. And then for a pain point, I just think she said, okay, let's say difficult searching for okay, I'm going to add that. So I'm trying to generate one pain point. So somebody can actually help me out. So I'm trying to generate another problem. So she said there's an E in her name. Okay, so trying to generate another pain point. So somebody can actually help me out. What are the difficulty you as a user have when trying to buy tickets online? So now let's leave ourselves as a designer. Somebody should help me generate one problem and then goes. Let me see if you guys are actually following up. Hello.
Can network issue be a pain point?
Network issues. I don't think so.
To be able to get locations or map to the venue.
Yeah. Thank you. Attached to the venue address. I don't know if my arrangement of words is correct. No, this should be like this. This should be the goals. This should be like, okay, this should be the goals. So let's use I don't want to use the word difficult.
Like, okay, you say you don't want to use the word difficult. That's what I wanted to say.
I don't want to use the word difficult, not able. So okay, so this should be like I think this is okay. Do we have another one to add? So two user personas is okay like this. Now a user can actually tell you three pain point they're having. Some can tell you two, some can tell you one, no problem. But there's no way a user will not tell you one problem. Like you know, okay, they don't have problem at all at all. No, they will have, even if it's one, they will, and you will just notice it from the way they're explaining things for you. You get? So if you're creating your user personas, two is okay. You can create three, no problem, but two is fine. Okay, two is okay. And then what you need to do is just proceed on. What you just need to do is like proceed on bringing your sticky notes, dropping it here, and then writing other pain points that you know. So all you have to do is just to bring this here, and then make okay, this text is already huge, and then you say pain points, and then you proceed on. I'll have to zoom in, and then you proceed on adding other pain points that you notice from users. So by the time I ask everybody, oh yeah, everybody one, tell me one pain point. You see that everybody start telling me one problem that they have encountered before. You see that everybody just start telling me one problem they encountered before. And then once you're done with writing the problem, you can just proceed, or you can just highlight. Sorry, you can highlight and just duplicate here, and then change this name to their to goals, and then you can choose to change the color. You can choose to change the color to green. So whatever color you want to change it. So you can just change it from here, whatever color you want to change. And then you can write the goals, and then you write the pain point of all the other users that you just find out. So this is how to create. So after carrying out those your research, this is it, what you will do. Then for the quantitative, all you have to do now is this question. Now there's no need of asking this question again. There's no need of asking this question again, because this question, personal information, are gotten from one-on-one interview. Okay, one-on-one interview just for documentation purpose when you're creating your user personas. Then for this question, when it comes to what you want to measure the answers that this person has, these people are giving you, all you have to do now, all these questions now, all you have to do now is just to add options. Now on this question one, what you just need to do here is just, do you attend events? Then the option is going to be yes or no. This is where you have to use your Google form. Then you put, do you attend events? Then the question will be yes or no, and the person will select yes. Then number two, do you attend? Is it online or physical? Is it the event you attend? Just know how you put the question. The event you attend, is it online? Option A is online. Option B is physical, and then the person will just select. How do you purchase your ticket? Now, this how do you purchase your ticket? Now, this option will come on based on the one-on-one interview you've asked these people. Now, this person will tell you cybercaf. This person will tell you from online app. This person will tell you from here. This person will tell you from here. This person will tell you from here. There is no way 5 persons that you will not ask, or 6 persons you will not ask questions, will not tell you different places they normally get their tickets. Now, all you have to do is just put the option that this your other users has given to you, this your one-on-one users has given to you, put it as option. Then if, for example, it's 3 options that they give to you, you can put others, and then allow them to tell you the where they, like if they click on others, allow them to tell you where they normally buy if their own option is not there. I think somebody asked me this question yesterday. Then you can just open this, now describe an event you attended last. There's no need for option. Just put a line, like a long paragraph or long, that's what they call that line, long paragraph or something like that. Allow them to type what actually motivated them, something like that. You get. But if it's something that you can put option based on what the answers that people are saying, like what motivated them to attend this particular event, you can just tell them because of the knowledge, is it because of the food, is it because of the decoration, is it because of this particular person. You can just put option for them based on what the other users are giving to you. Now, have you ever feel frustrated while trying to buy tickets online or at a store? You can put yes. You put no. Then for people that say yes, you give them option for them to explain. Then can you can the app, now for people that have already, then you ask them, how do you make payments on the app, or you make payments somewhere else? So you just, okay, or you can ask, how do you make payments? Option A, on the app or at the bank. You get. And if the people that says on the app, you can go ahead and tell them, was the payment process streamless, yes or no. So all this question is just question you're not going to allow them to type. I think if they are typing any question, it should be at least just one. Maybe they should describe the event that they attended, something like that. Or you can just you cannot allow, or you don't even allow them to answer any questions at all. You can just put what motivated you to attend the event you attended the last time. You can just put option, the food, this particular person, this particular person, this particular thing. Okay, it's okay like that. But if you want to allow them write, it should just be at least only in one question. For all your questions, just give them option A, option B, option D, option C, just like that. Okay. Now, what are your expectations in event details? You can just tell them, okay, attach Google Map to it, sell ticket at affordable price, book a ticket and pay later. Like, what are your expectations? Now, in this expectation, you can just put the option for them. They should be able to see and just select. Now, the last question is how do you, yeah? Now, the last question is, how do you feel when searching for events online? You can put frustrated, you can put excited, you can put overwhelmed, you can put curious. So these options are actually good. Now, you can get all these options based on what your one-on-one users has given to you. That's when you can also add your own option to it. There is no way you as a designer, you will not even know, because you as a designer, you're also a user. You're a user, because the product that this particular person is designing, you're going to use it as a user. The particular product I'm designing, you too are going to use that as a user. So you can add the option of what your previous users has given out to you, and then you can add your own option. So when you're getting your how many percent selected option A or option B or option C, those one is something that you just add options to all these same questions, and then create with a Google form. Then you can go ahead and put this project overview on it, and then tell them to help you answer these questions. Then you put the link out there, then they will help you answer the question. So once you are done, you just go to your Google form response and get that. So now we are going to move these questions now that we just created, these 7 questions using our Google form. Okay. Now, let's assume that Figma did not create this slide. Remember, we are going to use Google Slide. But since Figma created a slide for us, we are just going to use Figma slide. So once we are done, and then we are done moving our questions, creating our user personas like this, the next thing we are going to do now is just move to Google Form to move this question into adding options to them, and then pushing the question to the group for everybody to see how it actually looks like. So I'll stop sharing my screen and share my browser screen for us, so we can create Google form.
We can't hear you, man.
Sorry, I didn't know I was muted. Thank you for that. I didn't know I was muted. So this is how your um, Chrome browser look like, and this is when you click on this particular dot here, that's when you're going to see all your Google apps here. So these are all your Google apps where you get to see all the apps that Google has given up to us. So here you can see other apps here. So this is the Google Classroom that we all are using for this bootcamp. So this is the Google slide. But though we are supposed to use this Google slide, but Figma has given us Google slide, so we just have to use Google Figma slide. So for now, we're just going to use Google Form. So if you get to see other Google apps, then you have to just click here to see other Google apps. But for now, we're just going to use Google Form, so we can move that question and add options to it. So this is how it's going to look like. So while it's loading, so I'm going to click here. So this is how it's actually going to look like. So what we are going to do now is just come here and then move to our Figma. And all we have to just do here is just copy and paste. So I'm going to say. So I'm just coming to my Figma, copy the project overview, and paste it here. So paste it here. So once I paste it here, I'll just come here and then I'll come back to Figma, copy my question. So all I have to do is just to copy my question. So I'm going to say, here is, do you attend events? And here is going to be yes, and here is going to be no. So the next thing I'm going to do here is just come here and duplicate. So if this is actually required, so you can just add it so that everybody will answer the question. So you come here, you duplicate, you go back to your Figma, you come here, Then if you want it required, it's just going to carry the previous information here. And then you duplicate. Then you come back to your Figma is maybe you can just use school premises. Here you can just see so here you can just see cybercaf. Here you can say at the event center. Then you come here and search. Yes, ma'am. And I'm looking for another word to use. Rings. So I think it's just okay like this. The next one is okay. So you come back to your Figma is okay. So you come back to your Figma. All you just have to do is so you come back again. This option is not here. I'm taking it out. So you come back and say now this option now I'm going to allow users to I'm going to allow user to actually type this answer for me. So all I have to do is just to click and then use paragraph for here. So I will allow them to give me long answer and then I'll move on here. So the last question is going to be this. So how do you feel when searching for an event on online? So I'll go back to my multi-choice and then I'll come here and say overwhelm. Overwhelm. What's going on? Let's play this one. So I think these questions are okay, and then I proceed on. So you don't need to ask ask them their name. So these questions are okay. So I'm going to count the question. I have one, two, wait, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 questions to ask, and I proceed on going to settings to actually get. So for the response, if I choose to collect their email, fine. If I choose to allow them to collect their emails, if I don't want to, no problem. Then send response of copy. If I want everybody to receive response of this thing, okay. Then if I want only just one person to answer for me, I can allow the person. If I want this person to edit their answers, you are free. So all this is how I'm going to just place my question. You can choose to preview how your question will look like. So this is how your question will. So by the time I send you this link, this is how it's actually going to look like from your end. So I'm going to send it to everybody now. Just help me answer the answer just the question, so that we can all see how it actually looks like. I'm going to short this link and I'm going to copy and I'm sending to the group now. So I'm sending it to the group. Everybody will need to answer this question. So while you're answering the question, let's see the response from here. So everybody click on the link and answer the question. So while you're answering the question, if you have question to ask me, please feel free to ask me the question. So this is, the floor is open for questions. So go ahead and ask me a question while we are filling the form to answer those questions concerning events. Or if you have questions concerning today's class, please go ahead and ask.
Mine is not a question, it's an observation on the form. How do you attend this event appeared twice? I think the other one was supposed to be how do you get the ticket? Or how do you purchase the event ticket? And so you
okay.
put,
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, good evening. I also have an observation on the how do you attend the event also. I'm thinking, should there not be an option for both, like online, I attend online, I attend physically kind of stuff. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't know whether it was something I missed while you were designing.
No problem. It's part of suggestion. I bought the tickets. Something, do you mean this? Who has the question?
You asked the question.
Do you mean something like this?
The first one, how do you attend the event? The second one, yes, that one. Oh, okay, you've changed the question. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
There's mistake in I bought the ticket online.
I'm waiting for you guys to correct me. I'm waiting for people to correct me. So say what you want to say. Let me put it.
So there's mistake in I bought the ticket online.
Where is the mistake?
It's bought, not brought, man.
Ma, I think what Mobalale is trying to say is that you can actually put online, physical, and the third option will now be both online and physical.
Okay, thank you. Something like this.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Who is this person? Okay, so we have 5 responses out of 32 persons in class. Okay, so 7 responses. Wow. So we have 7 responses. So do you attend events? So we have 7 persons says yes. So just see what you just move your cursor and okay, we have 8 responses now. So 8 persons says yes and nobody said no. So for physical, we have 2 persons that said yes. For how do you attend this event? So this English is not correct. So we have 13 persons. Wow. So this person is physical. This 3 persons say 15. Wow. I have to wait. 16. 17. Should I continue or some persons are still answering the question? Okay. So 3 persons says physical, 5 persons say yes, physical and online. 9 persons says online. People are not leaving your house. Then 1 person says she or he do buy the ticket at the school premises. This person say at the event center, and 13 persons says online. Which number? So what motivates you to attend this event? Okay, 19. Somebody said because of the decoration. You will not learn anything is because of the decoration. So we have 19 persons, 20 persons now. 8 persons says it's working. 11 persons say because of the business knowledge. Have you ever feel frustrated while trying to buy tickets, either at the store or online? 7 persons says no, and 14 persons says yes. So yeah, we have 21 response. How was the payment process for event tickets booking? 15 persons says good, 2 persons say very good, and 4 persons says bad. So what are your expectations for event details? So this one says no, stress-free event by the organizer to network with tech gurus around the nation. There should be enough food. Okay. I expect an exciting experience. My expectation is to set everything normal more than what I expected. Quality, presentation, learning and networking, networking with elites in the business field. You can see that the information here is just okay. We have 22%. Awesome. How do you feel when searching for tickets online? So we have 8 persons say excited, 3 persons say overwhelmed, 1 person said happy, and 10 persons says curious. So this is how to get the response from your user. So now, like now, this question that has option, you can measure how many persons that choose option A or option B or option C. So I think this is how you can get your quantitative research results. But for qualitative, it's just something you need to observe and then take notes of those information. So all these things you can now translate them into creating your user personas for user. So we have 23 responses now, which is good. So class rep, you can drop the attendance sheets now. So if you have questions, please go ahead and ask me questions. Thank you very much.